Hey, hello friends. Thanks for joining in again. This is a speech I gave a few months back at the AWS user group Pune. It was for one of the monthly user group meetups, and I thought it's a good presentation, which I should again record it on YouTube. Unfortunately, that session was not recorded, so maybe yeah, here it is once again for all of you. So let's get started. So what you see on the screen is my favorite magazine, the Open Source for You. It is the March 2024 edition, and if you see, it has got the generative AI mentioned on it, and which is pretty much the case with all, or not all, most of the tech magazines, online, offline, tech blogs that you see. AI is everywhere, right? But then there is something important which is fundamental to AI, and that's data, right? And today's talk is going to be about data analytics, and about data engineers. Like most of you guys here are the college students who would have heard a lot about AI and all, but you might not be aware what data engineers do, what really they are, and that is what I plan to do it from this session. So, yeah, welcome to my session. My name is Gaurav Tharpati, your friendly data architect, and I'm going to talk about how do you start your data engineering journey. And if you want to do that, AWS is one of the best and easiest place to do that. So, yeah, it's going to be a very simple story with a very simple message. Hopefully, by the end of it, you would be able to understand what data engineering is all about. So what this story is about? It's about why do we need data engineers? What do data engineers do? And as I said, right, how do you start your data engineering journey with AWS? So if you remember till 2022, every company wanted to be a data company. That is what everyone was trying to do. It could have been ed tech companies or the BFS companies, the insurance companies, right? They wanted to get into data to become a data company. But then Chat GPT happened, and sometime 2022 onwards, everyone wanted to become an AI company, and that's the current scenario, right? But then there is a fundamental thing that AI needs data, right? Data is fundamental to all of this. For that matter, any branch of AI and ML, data is the most important and the fundamental component. Without data, nothing can be done. So, but at the same time, data loves AI. Okay, so this talk is not about being an anti AI, or it's not that I don't like AI. Data loves AI to get the true value of it. Okay, so both are important. AI needs data. Okay, you need clean data, good quality data, data that is discoverable to you, to have your AI use cases. At the same time, AI data also needs AI to get the true value out of it. But data needs data engineers. Okay, so who are these guys, right? See, data cannot do on its own all the cleaning and all, so you need some software engineers, right? Like we have software engineers, there are data engineers. So what do they do? What are these rock stars daily doing, right? They ask a lot of questions, they analyze the things, they try to solve a lot of problems using data, and more importantly, they are trying to simplify the things. Simplify it, as in data has very it's a very complex process to get the data, ingest the data, store it, and then process it. They'll try to simplify all these things for you. And to do what? I mean, what is the benefits out of this, or what does the business benefits are there? uh, they know, to know what has happened or what can happen, right? Like what has happened is the reporting or the BI part of it. What can happen is the AI ML part of it, and how to make it happen, right? All these things are important, and data engineers would come in, do a lot of data management processes to get the real value of data, so that business can get all these things. So very basic diagram. Okay, if you want to understand what a data engineer does, at the core there are four key processes that I'm going to talk about. This data ingestion we are going to talk about is in details also in the next slide. This data ingestion, then they do the storing of data into data storage. There is data transformation, and finally data analysis. Okay, these four are there. What do you mean by this, right? So data ingestion is where you are going to take data from multiple source systems like CSV, XML, JSON, API, social media feeds, wearables, right? All of you are wearing smartwatches, nowadays. So you need to ingest all this data, and you need to store it. So store it in some kind of data storage. It can be cloud, it can be on prem, right? Anywhere. Then you have to transform the data, right? Data transformation is the most important process. That is where data engineers are really involved in. They have to transform the data, process it, convert it, clean it, right? All those things happen here. And finally, they are also involved in data analysis. See, this is mainly done by data analyst, where you would be querying the data and doing a lot of stuff. But even data engineers do that. And then it is finally used by various reports or AIML applications, APIs, downstream applications. Along with these, there are other important functions, like you have to look at the overall governance of data, the security of data, data operations. Okay, these are a bit different processes. Maybe those who are new to data, they can only concentrate on the top four: ingestion, storage, transformation, and analysis. And if you are new to the whole data engineering journey, right, maybe you can try it out on AWS, because AWS is one of the easiest places to play around with data, to understand how data engineering works, to create those data pipelines. There are various services which I have mentioned here on the slide, but we are not going to talk about each of these. I'll keep make it very simple for you. We are only going to talk about three services. Using just these three services also, you can do some POCs to understand how data engineering activities are done in AWS. Okay, as we discussed, right, there is data ingestion, data transformation, and data analysis. Right, data ingestion is okay. This should have been one. The first part is data ingestion, where you ingest the data from multiple source system. That is a service called AWS Glue, which you can use to ingest the data. Now, those who know what Apache Spark is, Glue uses Apache Spark to do this data ingestion. Okay, so you can ingest the data from the various sources that we saw and put it into a data storage, which is Amazon S3. This is a cloud object storage. Okay, this is the second service. So you can ingest the data using Glue into storage. And then there is one service called Athena, which you can use for data transformation as well as analysis. So Athena is a service within AWS, which has a Spark component also, like AWS Glue, and you can also write SQL queries. So those people who come from a data programming background, right, who like to write the Python code, they can use PySpark to do data transformations, okay, using Athena's Spark engine. And if you are more if you prefer writing queries, SQL queries, you can use the Amazon Athena's engine. Okay, at the backend it uses open source like Trino Presto to process those queries. So just these three services, you can ingest the data, store it, do some processing, and do analysis also. So as a data engineer, if you want to explore uh, what can be done and how you can create, so these are nothing but you can say, okay, this is the data pipeline to ingest the data, transform the data, analyze the data. So you can do that using just these three services. So if at all you want to try this on AWS, definitely you should go and explore these three services and try it out. I think it is pretty straightforward. Even folks who are new to AWS and the data engineering, right, should be able to do it. You will need to read some documentation about all these services, but AWS has a really good documentation which you can try it out. So yeah, that was a very quick intro about, or I would say a background or a overview about data engineering AWS. So what to summarize, right? What did we learn? AI needs data and data loves AI. Remember that. But data cannot do things on its own. You need data engineers to do that. And you can easily start with your DE journey with AWS, as we saw, right? Just three services: Glue, S3, and Athena should be good enough for you to get started. But the biggest takeaway from this session, right, for all of you is what is that? Yeah, we went through these 3 points, but the important one is anyone can become a data engineer, right? All of you who are new to data engineering, or you have not thought about data engineering, I know most of you might be thinking about becoming a data scientist, ML engineers. Fair enough, but if at all you think about becoming a data engineer, you should give this a try. Okay, anyone can become a data engineer provided you are doing these three things. You should be very curious. Okay, that's important. You should keep on asking a lot of questions and keep learning, right? These are the basic things. Of course, most of you are good with the technical things. You can go and read the documentation, you can try it out, you can explore, but always be curious, ask a lot of questions, and keep learning. That's it, what I wanted to present today. And if you have any further questions, you can connect with me on Topmate. I have free mentoring sessions there, and would love to have quick discussion with you there. Thank you.